Britney, bitch.
Well, hey, welcome to Cool Shit with KL Cool. What's up, y'all? Hey, Britney's Instagram once again has been flooding the internet with awesome videos of her dancing. And she's been dancing with her old mate, Cade Hudson. Oh, yes, her only friend in the world, Mr. Cade. And he's just in the background. Yeah, I'm just, doing stuff. I don't know where they are. They look like they're in Westlake. That's all I'm going to say. She's not in her house. She's got a mirror now with a light in it. Awesome. Her body's looking fit AF. And she is living the goddamn dream, people. Look at her boots. She loves a baggy boot from the 80s. These ones are brown today, not white. Okay? So stick with me. Just check out Cade in the background. Cade's just like, just being an undercover brother. And then he goes out on the veranda and just does a bit of Britney dancing. You're hilarious, Cade. I can't get enough of you. But apparently, he's still her manager. He's still running the show. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, God, Cade, you sexy man. But anyways, yeah, these girls are dancing with Britney too. Look at them. They look just as good. But hey, girls, you need to get some knee-high, baggy 80 boots. From the 80s, straight up. That's all I'm saying. So her Instagram is just, flatlining. It's Groundhog Day. It's the same old. But we haven't seen Cade for a while. But we know Cade's her bestie. He's probably her new keeper. I don't bloody know. But yeah, once again, what are we going to talk about? Hey? What are we going to talk about? We're just going to talk about that Britney is furious because she does not like her family. She does not like that Jamie Bin Chicken Spears has been on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. The UK production, which is filmed over here, an hour and a half from where I live. I could go there. I could be a full stalker, but I choose not to. But it's just in the hinterland, mountains of down near Coolangatta for any Aussies watching. Yeah, that's where it's filmed. So, yeah, she was on there. She didn't last long. She was very emotional. And Sloan, our good buddy Sloan, has put up a few clips. I've snapped them from him. Great work, Sloan, once again. And we'll listen to what Miss Jamie Bin Chicken Spears has to say for herself. But before we get into that, please go subscribe to Britney's hotter twin, Dante James. As you can see, he does all Britney's dances to a T with Miss Britney, and I just feel that she should be getting him on board and dancing together, because when I put them side by side, I can't even tell the goddamn difference. How about you guys? I mean, seriously. He needs to get some baggy 80s boots, but other than that, it's very difficult. But yeah, he makes me laugh. I look at him every day. Great job, Dante. Well, let's get into, as Sloan says, let's get into it. What Miss Bin Chicken Spears has to say for herself in regards to Britney, because she doesn't talk about her much on the show, and this guy has got a little bit of info. Let's listen.
So where do you live?
I live in the country. We have like 180 acres.
Wow, so it's like what you call a ranch or something like
Yeah.
that. And how did you, your sister is obviously a superstar.
Yeah.
You are a superstar. How come the both of you, what made it?
I think every family fights and has their stuff. But, I talked to her before I came here, and we love each other. It's just, it's...
And there you go. She says all families have feuds. Correct. But as Sloan said, as many people have said, your family feud is slightly different, Miss Bin Chicken Spears, because you were all living off her cash money. Yes, you did have your own money, Jamie Lynn. We're quite aware of that. But you are all a part of the conservatorship. You're all getting paid off. And there is no doubt in my mind that you didn't really want her out of the conservatorship due to this. I'm just saying, you're a bunch of trailer park trash. And trailer park trash see cash money and get very excited. Like Dad did, Brian did, Mum did, all just living high life off their daughter, who was the pop icon. So, that's how I see it. That's how many people see it. But there are documents saying that they have all been a part of it, and there is absolutely no way you can get out of this one, Spears clan. So let's listen to what she talks about when she got preggers. Remember? Jamie Bin Chicken Spears got pregnant at 16.
Yeah, it was very successful. And after I finished Zoe, I had my, love of my life is what I, would have thought. And I got pregnant, and I decided to keep the baby. I had a baby, and the whole world was like, you're horrible, your life's over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And did you feel that? You felt it?
Oh, yeah, because I got pregnant young. I was on a kid's show,
Your parents were good with you when this happened?
Yeah, they had a lot going on, but, I just think they were just sad that I was in that situation. But also, it's your baby having a baby. I had to go hide away for a long time.
What do you mean you went right away?
But nonetheless,
because you had so much strength of character to do what you did.
And then when I got out of that, I told my parents I was going to emancipate them, so that way I could make my own decisions.
What did you do?
Oh, I was secretly telling her I was going to doctor's appointments, stuff like that, and I was going to meeting with a lawyer.
So you basically become an adult, or you become free of parental authority before the time. That's what it means, yeah?
And so what I did, though, was then I told Mom I was going to get gas one day, but I went and met the lawyer, and I showed up at the house with the lawyer. And he followed me there, and she was like, oh, my poor mom. We put her through it.
Wow.
And then
that's proper teenage stuff.
Yeah, and so then she was like, she didn't want me to do that because she knew that would mean I'd probably marry the father's child and lose my fortune that I had amassed, over the years of working since I was very young. She's like, just go, baby. You don't need to, just go. It was like the first time in my world I had no one else. It was like I was in control.
And did your parents come and visit?
Yeah, my mom did. Yeah, of course. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why I wouldn't take the easier route sometimes, but I just don't want to.
Well, that's all very interesting, isn't it? I didn't actually know she wanted to be emancipated because her family were just the worst. It's like, to actually get emancipated, you got to divorce your parents, basically, and they must have put her through utter hell for her to want that, because they didn't appreciate her being pregnant at 16, which I find interesting, because usually Trailer Park Trash don't care. But because she was the second one in line to be making money off, they were like, God, you've wrecked it. You've wrecked it again. So, anyways, she didn't, but you can see that the kids have been controlled. We're not too sure about Brian, because I just think Brian's probably a little bit more insipid. Just went with what he was told to do. He was probably scared of his dad. His dad seems like a bit of a tyrant, and I think he just had them all under the thumb. Brian's personality probably wasn't as big as the girls, but listen to what Ant and Dec said about Ant and Dec are the people that host Celebrity. I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. And they were laughing because Jamie had been on there for like a week and not spoken once about Britney. So they made a little joke talking about Jamie having a very famous brother, Britney's manager, Brian Bin Chicken Spears. Have a listen.
Lynn Spears, actress and singer, but maybe best known for having one of the most famous siblings in the world.
Yes, Brian Spears. I can't believe we've got the Brian Spears' sister on this show. Remember, guys, Jamie Lynn is a person in her own right, not just Brian Spears' sister, okay? Mm-hmm.
So they are really making it awkward here, saying, Brian Spears, I can't believe we got the Brian Spears' sister on this show, which nobody really talks about Britney's brother, Brian.
Oh, you guys, you're hilarious. But yeah, I mean, seriously, the Brits, the Aussies, we love a little bit of sarcasm, don't we? And they're being very sarcastic because nobody knows who Brian is, unless they're a part of the Britney, fandom or world. No one knows. But yeah, it's funny. And that clip that I showed you earlier on is the only time she speaks of her sister, Miss Britney. So, yeah, there you go. I'm sure they wanted her to talk a whole lot more about Britney, but I am also very sure the lawyers, Britney, whoever, said, don't you talk about your big sister. Aight? You little bish. And for all the people that don't know what a bin chicken is, it's an ibis. And over here, they are an introduced species. They came over on the boats, the cargo ships from Africa. And they came here, I think, in the 90s. And basically, all they do is eat out of our bins. That's all they do. So we call them bin chickens. There's a picture of one right now. They're an ugly looking creature, prehistoric. And they're filthy and they stink and they're rotten. So if you get my picture, that is why I refer to the Spears family as bin chickens. And a lot of my older followers would know exactly what I'm talking about because they are rotten.com. The Spears clan, rotten.com. Mum and dad, everyone's looking at you too. The kids, they are just, yeah, well, the kids, I feel sorry for all three of them, to be quite honest. I know Jamie, Lynn, and Brian aren't looked very fondly upon, but at the end of the day, at the end of the bloody day, they were both raised by bin chickens. So what's the outcome going to be? Dire, I say. Absolutely dire. That's all I have for you today, and I hope you all are well and just living the dream like Britney and dancing in front of a mirror around a stripper pole. That's the dream, and that is her dream, and she's bloody living it, just eating barrel loads of Adderall, smoking the crack, and she's doing it all. She can do what she goddamn wants. And I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'm gonna see you guys on the flip side, alright? And remember, if you like my shit, subscribe, like, and all that. And cheers, ballers.
Hold on, we fell in love. You remember the time? How could I love again? You remember it? Hold on, we fell in love. You remember the time? How could I love again? You remember the time?